Prosecutors say a number of times that were collected at a trash site are now being processed and tested, another number of items, I should say, as the search continues for missing Massachusetts mom, Anna Walshe. Anna's husband, Brian Walshe, is charged with misleading police in the investigation of his wife's disappearance. All of this as court documents filed last year reportedly showed trouble in the couple's home before the mother of three vanished at the beginning of the month. Criminal defense attorney Brian Claypool will be joining us in just a moment on that. But first,
Sandra, joining us now is Brian Claypool, a criminal defense attorney. And Brian, adding to Molly's reporting, based on what we know about a bloody rug, a bloody knife found in the home, a hatchet, a hacksaw, police searching a waste transfer station, Brian Walshe allegedly buying hundreds of dollars of cleaning supplies, searching on Google how to dispose of a 115-pound body, the alleged lies to police. Do you have any doubt what likely happened here?
Yeah, hey, John, nice to be back with you. Yeah, I mean, the evidence looks daunting for him. And we now have a means and motive, right? She apparently, she was having her Washington condominium set up for her kids to live there. She had, put together 3 bedrooms. She had means, motive. But look, there's 2 reasons why he is yet to be charged for first-degree murder. The first is we don't have a body. The first element in a first-degree murder charge is you have to have an unlawful killing. So they're searching frantically for the body. It's harder to prosecute first-degree murder without the body. So what you have to do if we don't find the body is you've got to prove the death first through circumstantial evidence, and that gets to the evidence you're talking about, the blood on the knife in his home. You've got the hacksaw now, you've got bloody rugs. The first thing that they're going to do is go into his house. They've already done it, I'm sure, and they're going to get her DNA, right? They're going to get a toothbrush, a comb that's got her DNA in that house and try to match that DNA with the blood on the carpet, on the knife in his home. Once they have that evidence the second reason that is they got to process all this forensic evidence, right? And once they do that, and hopefully they can get a match with her DNA, then they can charge him with first-degree murder. And I've got to tell you, I mean, he's got a tough hoe ahead. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, John, if they try to find some kind of federal charges here to seek the death penalty. You can't do it under state law because in 1984 in Massachusetts, the death penalty in the state was abolished. Yeah. But I think they're going to try to get some Fed charges to get the death penalty.
You know, Brian, I saw the same reports that you did, that she was setting up her place here in Washington, D.C. for her and her 3 sons. Do you think that's evidence of a pending separation here?
Yeah, exactly. And and that's an important fact, John, to prove that he had a reason to murder her. Let's assume, it's tragic to talk about this. Let's assume we can't find her body. The prosecutors need this evidence, for example, to show that she didn't just vanish, right? Because, why would she just vanish and leave her 3 kids if she's building bedrooms in the condominium in D.C. for her kids? It also proves the motive again, that they are having discord, they are breaking up probably, and that again helps to show that he killed her, even though we don't have the body, as opposed to her just vanishing for some other unknown reason.
Yeah, apparently they want to take DNA samples from the sons so that they can get a direct bloodline to DNA that may or may not be on the items in question in her home. The prosecutor was quite upset that he had allegedly misled the investigation. Lynn Balin saying, quote, "These various statements caused a delay in the investigation to the point that during the time frame when he didn't report his wife and gave various statements that allowed him time to either clean up the evidence, dispose of the evidence, and causing a delay." I mean, prosecutors seem pretty certain that he is responsible for the disappearance of his wife, even if they can't, as you say, find evidence that she was actually murdered.
Right, that's a great point. He lied. He said he went on January 1st. That's when we think she might have been killed. He says, I went to CVS, I went to Whole Foods. Well, they checked surveillance. He didn't go to either place, John. Instead, he went to Home Depot wearing gloves, buying cleaning supplies. I mean, if that doesn't show consciousness of guilt, I don't know what was, or I don't know what will.
Yeah, I mean, signs are pointing toward him. But you never know until they've got this thing locked up. Brian, we'll continue to watch it along with you. Yeah. Thank you for your thoughts on this. Appreciate it.
You bet. Thanks, John.
Sandra?